Yes, activating your psychic sense of clairaudience can absolutely trigger a spiritual awakening. And how can that happen? Of course, some people worry about that. Activating your clairaudience means that you're hearing creepy ghost sounds, that you're hearing footsteps walking for people who aren't there, that you're hearing your deceased grandmother visiting you, that you're hearing that creepy great-grandfather that you've heard about visiting you and terrifying you in the middle of the night. These are just really funny examples of what people worry about when thinking about activating their clairaudience, which is the ability to hear beyond the normal abilities of your physical hearing. They're worried about hearing funny noises, hearing footsteps, hearing echoes that aren't really there. But there's ways to protect yourself against that. And the great reward of all of this is that you can hear the guidance from your spiritual guides, from Jesus Christ, from the Holy Spirit, from the ascended masters like Mother Teresa, like Gandhi. You can receive very pointed directions and advice from deceased relatives, from deceased friends. It can open up your life to receive guidance that will bring you joy and love. I love the Course in Miracles, and the Course in Miracles talks about the power of awakening your psychic senses. They have a whole section on that in the Manual for Teachers. And in that, they talk about that a teacher of A Course in Miracles can't effectively teach salvation unless they activate their psychic senses. Throughout the Course in Miracles, they talk about looking beyond the body's eyes, hearing beyond what we physically normally hear, sensing beyond what we normally sense, going beyond the perception of the world to the greater realms. Text 22 talks about they must have seen each other through a vision not of the body and communicated in a language the body does not recognize. I have found that activating my ability of clairaudience, of hearing beyond the body's normal hearing, has definitely elevated my life. I've been able to receive spiritual guidance that has led me in directions before I'd never even thought of. The guidance I usually receive is telepathic, and I give guidance to other people through that manner. I was working with a woman the other day and saw in around her uncle visiting her, and he communicated to me telepathically. He let me know that he was in the finance field and that he was watching after her. I saw him dressed in a very formal business suit, and he seemed very loving, but obviously extremely intelligent. He had an aura around him of strength, of intelligence, and I asked her about that, and she agreed, and she was actually handling his foundation as he'd done very well in the finance field and amassed a considerable fortune. She was very happy to hear that he was thrilled with her growth so far, and she asked me some things about what I heard from him as far as guidance for her in the future as she was trying to make a decision between two different paths in her life. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, make sure and give this video a like, and while you're at it, subscribe for more videos like this one. I was also working with a young friend who had lost a classmate when she was in middle school, and unfortunately that adorable young man had been hit by a school bus when he was bicycling on his way home, and he was killed instantly. But my friend had been very distraught. It had been quite a few years since this young man had passed, but I picked up on him in her aura. He was with her, watching over her, and it was so funny because he did communicate to me through clairaudience, and I was able to pick up all kinds of symbols that he showed to me. And he showed me that he was sending her white bird feathers to let her know that he was watching after her. And I'd asked her, and she said that there were quite a few bird feathers in her backyard just the other day. And I told her how joyous his spirit was, how filled with fun he was. And he still had one of those scarves draped around his neck that he loves so much to wear to school. When you're with someone and picking up on how they are feeling or what they're thinking, it's amazing what clairaudience can communicate to you. You can pick up on that. They're wild, they're fun, they're interesting, they love life, or that they're depressed and need some help. You can often hear impressions of how they are feeling and be able to respond in kind, offering them love and suggestions and dropping all judgment. Spirit can do the same and communicate to you all the time. Spirit can be allowing you to feel the direction you should be going in. If you ask for guidance, you will know what your direction is supposed to be. Often I hear things like may hear a train rushing through a tunnel, and to me that means that the person I'm working with is feeling very trapped and feeling like they have no way out. So it's fantastic when you build a symbol library that enables the spirits to know how to communicate with you, how they use that, and they're constantly giving me new symbols all the time. These can be audible or they can be visual. You can receive guidance from Jesus Christ. You can actually hear that guidance in your mind, and you'll know it's guidance from Jesus, not the words in your own mind, by the way it makes you feel, by how elevated these words are. The same with if your religion is focused on Buddha, or if you want to receive direction from the archangels like Gabriel, Michael, or Raphael. They also can send you elevated messages, and you can feel those and you can hear their direction in your internal mind, which can tell you and give you messages of exactly what is best for you. They normally won't show you your future far out into the future, but they can work with you on the next steps and help you feel a confidence that you're going in the right direction. In order to enable my clairaudience, I like to focus on pulling light into my ears, and I'll take you into a meditation about that shortly. I also focus a lot on a meditation in my heart chakra, on the green light in my heart chakra, how it makes me feel elevated, how it raises me up. But when you see light pouring into you and pouring into your ears, it opens them up so that you can receive those telepathic messages, and sometimes they're even audible as well. It will enable you to know just how connected you are at all times to guidance. If you're worried about the guidance is real, the guidance you need to worry about is when the ego interferes. We all know, A Course in Miracles tells us that when we came onto this earth, we acquired the ego to keep us viewing the separation, to keep us separated from God, to keep us judging each other. So anytime that you feel anxious, that you feel upset, that you feel a loss of peace, that you feel like the love has left your heart, you know it's the ego speaking to you. The ego loves to anger you, to get you upset, to send you in the wrong direction. So again, center yourself when that happens. Do some meditation if you can, even if it's just for a few minutes, and send the ego on its way. And listen again to that elevated guidance. The Course in Miracles says on lesson 275, I need be anxious over nothing, for your voice will tell me what to do and where to go, to whom to speak and what to say to him, what thoughts to think, what words to give the world. So now let's go into a clairaudience to again help you open up that ability of psychic hearing. First of all, we're going to take several deep breaths. Then I'll teach you that surround and ground meditation that will help protect you from any ego interference or any unwelcome spirit interference. First of all, get comfortable in a seated position. Have your feet flat on the floor, your spine erect, and let's take 3 deep breaths. We're going to breathe into the count of 4 through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. In through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with eyes closed, we feel the bright light, God's bright golden white light pouring in through the chakra above our head, into the center of our brain through our pineal gland, out to our ears, and we feel our ears humming with strong, clear, white, golden light. And we feel that light enabling our hearing. We feel the warmth. We feel the love from this light surrounding it. And as we do that, we feel the light pour through our body, lightening up each of our chakras and surrounding us with that yellow golden light, that light of protection, that light of love. Next, we feel that light go through our feet into the earth, grounding us. And it does us through 3 cords going from your each foot and from your tailbone down into the earth. And there, the light of God grounds you into the earth, stabilizing you. And then the light rushes back up, cleansed from the earth, and you're surrounded again with that beautiful protective light. Next, we see ourselves taking on a gossamer silver vest, the shielded vest of Archangel Michael that will protect us from all harm and keep us safe. And that vest is light but strongly protective. And the last thing we do is we visualize a zipper going up our chakras from our tailbone chakra all the way through our orange chakra, yellow chakra, through our heart green chakra, our blue throat chakra, our violet chakra between our eyes, up to the white light above us. And now we relax into the spiritual guidance that we can receive today. We feel Jesus putting his hands over us and flooding us with light. We feel that light filling us and activating our hearing. We know that the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ have given all of us the ability of clairaudience. All of us have full abilities to activate our clairaudience, and we are filled with this knowing, filled with this assurity that we feel guidance every day. And we feel the love filling our hearts. Now feel your favorite spiritual masters surrounding you. Again, they could be Buddha, they could be Mother Teresa, they could be archangels, they could be specific guides that you love and know are with you. They could be deceased relatives surrounding you and activating your ability of clairaudience. And we thank them for their love. We thank them for their support. We thank them for filling us with our power to activate this ability and know that it is so. And now I invite you to listen to the silence for a few moments if you want to before we're finished with this video. Listen to the music here for just a few moments while you take in the glorious light and the glorious sound. Notice the sounds that are coming from the music. Notice how it uplifts you. Notice how it enlivens you. Listen to the gongs. Listen to the higher tones. Listen to the lower tones. Listening intently to all sounds helps activate your clairaudience. Now we thank the guides for visiting us today. We thank them for helping us to activate our clairaudience. And now we return back to the present. I'd love to hear your comments below about any thoughts you have about clairaudience and messages you've received.